Please, 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 give me something good. Okay, that's not that bad. Hello everyone, and today we're basically going to be drawing different My Little Pony characters based on what this wheel tells me. But as you will see later in this video, it is basically giving me a hate crime by how many of these ugly characters it keeps giving me instead of these cute ones. So for me making Pear Butter's initial design, I was first thinking like more of a softy and like empathetic kind of, you know, like position so that she looks more calm and more peaceful to be around. Because for me, like, I love My Little Pony, but a lot of my memories are like in the back of my mind, so I don't really remember her much. But one thing I do know is, of course, you know, like all of the lore about how she's not currently in Applejack's life and stuff. So I just wanted to make it look more of a sentimental kind of look in general, with giving her more of the nicer colors that's already inside of her palette, while not also giving her like a bright palette at the same time. I'm not sure how to explain. And basically I was just trying to make sure that I got down a lot of the wavy parts of her hair, because I do not find her curly haired. I find her, if you know like her hairs, I find her like a 2A or something. But yeah, I was basically just going off of the vibes from her lore and just off of her look that you can see inside of the photo. Like, I feel like this like represents her in general so perfectly. Like, ugh. I honestly had a lot of fun drawing this, but I do think I could have made a lot of improvements in certain places that come to how I show her facial details. However, I suck at it, okay? I admit that. But anyway, to the next contestant. Not gonna lie, I attempted drawing this character, but I might just draw her out another time because her design is so conflicting. Like, what am I supposed to do about that ugly dress? Please, no more randoms. This is literally like my 15th try. Please. Yes! So for Pinkie Pie, I had basically almost kind of the same vision as last time, but I had the vision of just her being in like baking a cake, but still just wearing her usual clothes, because I just would not see her ever actually wearing formal clothing. But in the moment, I just decided, hey, let's not put on an apron or anything. Let's try to keep it something relative to her Equestria Girls fit. So I had decided to basically give her like her little puffy mini jacket or whatever it is, while giving her a small little t-shirt, while trying to make sure that she does not look built weird at the bottom by giving her some shorts and then giving her tall stockings, because I feel like she would be more out there and like out of the clothing standard. So I would see this going along with basically anything that she would wear in her daily life up to this point. So yeah, I also put on some arm warmers just because I felt like she would be an arm warmer person. And I know this is coming out of nowhere, but I randomly just decided, hey, let's give her cute little pony ears because I thought she looked adorable with them. And in like her initial design, which I obviously cut out, I took that off and she looked like she had a big forehead. So yeah, I gave it back to her because she looks adorable with it. That, and I made sure to keep her basically everything on a high color palette by making sure that, of course, even if you don't agree, that's perfectly fine about which skin color she is. I did it also with like the idea of convenience. So I gave her more of a darker tone to contrast all of the high color, well, oh my gosh, like high value colors that you can see inside of her palette. A lot of it being, now that I look at it, it looks like the pansexual flag, but ignore that for a second. I was giving her like her pink, yellow, and blue because I often see that, especially in her human design, where she loves taking on these characteristics about her design, or it's just seen randomly inside of the original series that go along with her palette really, really well. So I hope you enjoy this. This will probably be the last one for this video, but in the end, you guys can tell me which Equestria girls or ponies that you in general want to see next. However, my next content might not be fully stable because I'm often really interested into animation. So what I might just do is I might also make like edits of these random characters as well, because some of them are just gorgeous and sometimes Hasbro just misses with it, or you just don't get to see them at all inside of the actual series. So I hope this can turn into a series overall, but yeah, I'm just experimenting right now.